Siemaneczko! Łódzki Marian na łódzkim kanale. Na kanale Łódzki Marian. Łódzki Marian. No, yo. Lecimy dalej z Kingdom Come. Już wam pokazuję co i jak. Że przechwytuję mi grę. Zamknij się, ja się witam pierw. Tak, to ja jestem tym chłopakiem, no. No. Dobra. Ostatnio nam, z tego co dobrze pamiętam, nie poszło nam zbyt dobrze. Kilka razy, dosłownie kilka razy tylko umarliśmy, bo debil kurwa nie umiał informacji przeczytać, które mu się wyświetlają. Ale dobra, bierzemy i dziennik. Co my teraz mamy zrobić? Porozmawiać z Bożkiem. Dobra, a gdzie ten delikwent jest? Gdzieś przede mną. Tamten co chodzi? A, to ten jest, ta? Bożek. Elo.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
No pewnie.
I heard about your father.
Cel osiągnięty. Cześć. A, mam z nim iść. Dobra, idę. Kurwa, idę, no. Nic nie dasz pochodzić samemu. Czy on mnie tak buja?
It's a great loss.
Sorry.
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
Henryk się już tak uśmiecha, jakby...
Welcome, lad.
Jakby co ten?
here will take care of
Bożena.
No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear.
Bożena, dawaj żarło.
Young master. Here you are then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
On chyba nie jest zadowolony, że... A, to...
You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Ale kurwa, ham. Na początku wszystko fajnie, pięknie, a teraz już... Dziad jebany. Sorry. Udaj się z panem Bożkiem do kuchni. Jedz. Dobra, podpierdalamy wszystko. Wszystko się przyda. To też mogę? Mogę. Kurwa, nie udźwignę tego żarcia. Jak na razie zbieram, to samo żarcie zbieram. Pani się w ogóle nie przejmuje, że ja nic nie jem, tylko wszystko w kieszeni ładuję. Nic się nie dzieje złego. Ja jeszcze tutaj tylko jedną pałeczkę sobie wezmę. Tu jeszcze jedna jest. No. A tam co się do mnie uśmiecha? Jabłuszko? Mogę? Dzięki. Jabłuszka też wezmę. No co jeszcze można podpierdolić? Nara. Wieśniak. Zamknij się. Gdzie ja teraz mam iść? Spadek reputacji? Co ja tam gdzieś mam iść? Tutaj chyba, co? Tu, od tej strony? Tutaj? Nie wiem, czy to łóżko, czy nie, ale pójdziemy spać w tym. No, śpij sobie. Jesteś zbyt głodny. No dobra, no tyle podjebałem, to coś zjem. A bułkę coś zjedz? Przytrzymaj. Gdzie ja tutaj jakiś mam głód swój? Czekaj, tutaj chyba gdzieś, nie? Dobra, tylko że ja... Rausz, co to znaczy? Dobra, jeszcze z... Już bułki opierdolimy do końca i chyba mu starczy, nie? O, coś te bułki mu zaszkodziły chyba. Nie usiądź. Cioto. A mogę tylko usiąść na łóżku? On jeszcze głodny jest? Jadło. No wejdź kurwa tą soczewicę sobie zjedz. No teraz to chyba już git, nie? Usiąść tylko mam. O, to już jest teren prywatny. Usiądź. Śpi. Dobra. Idziemy w kimę. No to już do rana się prześpimy, nie? Żeby w nocy nie latać. Komfort 50, strawa. Coś mnie obudziło w środku nocy, czy on to już jest najwyższy czas?
Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you
Kurwa, ona chce nas
with a
upić.
little wine.
Ona chce nas upić.
It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this
Ona
is all
coś-
very new and
Coś
strange for
tutaj
you,
jest na rzeczy.
but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world. Although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease.
Dobra,
in
dało
time.
już im na to wyro, a nie tam kurwa, no, że łeb stracisz od króla.
And it can help to
od
talk
bożka.
about it, if you feel like it.
Co? Co to jest? A, weź opowiedz.
I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected.
Dziwna
Days
kamera,
started
nie
just like
powiem.
any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
Kurwa. O Jezus. Dobra.
A fellow by the name of Kunesh owed money to father.
Kurwa, nie ma
He
mnie.
sent me to collect it from him.
A.
Only Kunesh had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved. Kunesh still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
O, udało się.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home.
Kurwa, nie ma
I
mnie.
promised father I'd help him
A,
with his
tam
work.
siedzę. Jezu, zapatrzyłem na łóżko.
He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig.
Dobra, nie było tematu. Dobra.
Father and I always chat in the forge. On that particular day, I asked him if he'd teach me swordsmanship. He said no. He said it's better for a man to keep his head on his shoulders than lose it over some pointless heroism. If only you'd known what fate had in store for us.
Oh.
Tylko
But
sukces.
Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town.
Dobra.
A horde of soldiers was amassed. pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
No chyba się nie da mieć innego niż sukcesy, nie? O.
Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
Dzięki.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle.
Kurwa, taka sekretna to ona nie była. Dobra,
I
no.
wasn't safe yet. The Cumans were going from house to house below the castle, looting and then torching them. They encircled the castle, and it was clear they could spot me at any
Nie
moment.
wiem, czy to przejdzie. O, przeszło.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who
O,
tried to
o,
kill
ja
her.
jej pomagałem, tak, pomagałem.
And even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped.
Tutaj pójdziemy
I
siłą.
succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a
Aha,
horse from them and
nie mogłem wybrać.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It
Chyba
was
zajebista ściana mówi.
in my life.
It's terrible.
Co on se raz tu siada, raz tutaj?
Something like that
On
happened.
kurwa robaki w dupie ma.
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through,
A co źle zrobił?
I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own
Dobra,
castle.
kończcie już pierdolić.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Harvel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all.
Co ona
But at
kurwa
least we were in the city.
sugeruje coś?
There was
Co ona chce?
something going on.
A, już nieważne.
Now we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that were true, lad. Would it were true.
Henryk podłapał chyba.
What am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep.
Zostaw to, bo to podpierdolę coś jeszcze. Nie, musiała.
I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
No, winko pierdolnął. Królowej nie pierdolnął, ale jeszcze przyjdzie na to czas. No, co teraz się dzieje? Cinematic za cinematikiem. Pomina mu się. Kurwa, to się horror normalnie robi.
Help us, son. Don't be a coward.
No, dobry kurwa sen. Nie ma taka kurwa wsinie stary na ciebie rzuca.
Wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Będzie napierdalanka. W nocy? No ja nie umiem się bić tutaj. Ile? Tu jest wyjście? Tu jest wyjście. Aha, pochodnie ze stołu mam zabrać. Filmując? I możesz teraz... Jak ja mam to odpalić? Aha, dobra. Dobra, mam gdzieś biec. Tutaj, tędy jakoś? Tak. Mordeczki! Gdzie jest kapitan? Dałaś mi kapitana tutaj. Kurwa, jaka pogoda. Boże, jak mam z tobą porozmawiać. Co się dzieje?
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Gibbis sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And Sir Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make
Po lewo jak
sense.
się patrzy, kurwa.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
I'll be with you.
Co tu się dzieje w tym momencie?
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions! Who else, Robber?
Sir Ansig! What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Dimmish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzik, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my
Jakim się
men.
te pochodnie palą w
My old
deszczu?
granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Tomber?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish,
No kurwa, gościu ma
make
rację.
sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people too. These are dark times. Move out! Anywhere, people! Move out!
Dobra, lecieć, lecieć. Zobaczymy, co my tu mamy kolejne do roboty. Idź, porozmawiaj.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrol. Sort out the watches between you as always.
Dalej mam z nim rozmawiać. Ile można z nim rozmawiać? Mogę w czymś pomóc?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yesterday.
Of course I'll help. I have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later. Take care.
No to idziemy. Porozmawiaj. Trzymaj straż na blankach. I tutaj, tak? Gdzieś coś na mapie mam pokazane? Piekarz, łóżko. Tutaj chuj wie co jest. O, jak tam, widzicie coś, panowie? Ja chuja widzę. O, tu coś widzę. Budynek. Mogę tu postać? A wy tam pochodźcie? Tutaj raczej nie wyjdę. No co niby mam za zadanie? Tutaj po prostu stać? Trzymaj straż na blankach. Tutaj nic nie widać. Idziemy tam, gdzie on był.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
Dzięki, mordo. No, chcesz ze mną pogadać? Nie będziemy tego poruszać tematu. Mamy poczekać do rana. Przyspieszenie czasu. T. Aha. No to chcę tyle. Enter. Piąta rano. Idealny czas, żeby się obudzić. No i jest rano. Bordini, to ciebie mam zagadać? Wiesz, kurwa spał. Nadal mam zadanie trzymać wartę? Przecież tu się nic nie dzieje, tu nikogo nie ma. Pusto. Jeszcze ten deszcz cholerny. A gdzieś widać nasze miasto w ogóle? No gdzieś stamtąd chyba, nie? Przyszliśmy. Chyba, takie mam wrażenie. Tam są jakieś wiochy. A to nie nasza wiocha. Czy to kurwa jeszcze nie jest rano? O! Coś się dzieje. Halo. Biją się. Gdzie oni idą? Co jest? Morlini. Nie mogę z tobą pogadać. Biegniesz, kurwa, czy co robisz?
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. You may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Ratzik Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army.
On pierdoli.
Am I to inform the king then that the Radzig Kobyla is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzig Kobyla is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those
No
who
to co,
have
wjadą w
clean
nich czy nie?
consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
To jak, wjadą czy nie wjadą? Rzuć kamienie w niego, rzuć. No, pomachał, spierdalają. A ci skąd wiedzą, że odjechali? Jak kurwa mury mają?
Get on with you, Robard.
I co? Kieruj się na mury. Osiągnięty cel. Pochowaj ukochanych w skalicy, porozmawiaj z panem Bożkiem i zdobądź konia. Oczywiście wszystko zdobędę, ale to na kolejnym odcinku. Zadań bardzo wam dziękuję za oglądanie. Zostawcie jakiś ślad po sobie, a my się pierdolniemy tu na sianku. Albo i nie, ale dziękuję bardzo za oglądanie. Widzimy, bardziej słyszymy się w następnym odcinku. Dziękuję bardzo, cześć i na razie.